Hello Professor, Mautik here from Team 5 and today we will be doing our final presentation for the project that we have made. So this is the project, let's get started. Now let's start with introduction. So we have named our app GrabSmartly and we have given it a punchline, grab it but smartly. And we have given it a logo looking like this, with a chef in the middle and with a basket and a phone which indicates how our app works. Now let's go ahead straight to the team introduction. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mautik. I'm the team lead. I'm the developer. I'm the researcher for the tester and analyst. The most basic issues I've solved are like finding APIs for the app for all list, recipes, Walmart's, Costco, and other grocery items, social media integration, project initialization and structure setup, create a screen to display products from all the stores and integrate API, as well as create user screens and animations, and many more things that I have not counted. But yeah, that's my role.
Hello, myself Aditya Patel. As a lead developer for this project, I have developed our backend system and integrated our database into the app. Here are list of the issues I've resolved: adding recipes to the list, email and phone registration and authentication, user profile integration for the profile screen, search bar for the ingredients list screen, recipe screen scroll view, creating bookmark screen and bookmark icons on the recipe details screen.
Hello, Professor. My name is Deep. The role for this project that I'm doing is backend developer, database integrator, front-end designer, tester, and researcher. The issues that are resolved for this project are details page for recipe, email login verification, phone login verification, web view for recipes, and as well as Apple and Facebook login and their verification as well.
Hello, Professor. My name is Hetraj, and in this project, I have worked as a tester, front-end designer, and UI designer. Let me introduce to the task I have been working overall this course. So I have resolved issues, updated UI color scheme, created an app icon, recipe, screen filter, and search with quantity and unit item for grocery list. Furthermore, I have also designed the user login screen. And to end with, my passion is to become a game designer.
Hello, Professor. I'm Preet, and for this project, my roles was for the tester, database developer, and backend developer. Uh, to successfully complete this project, the issue I have resolved was about the loading screens. I did the testing APIs and unit tests for every milestones. Also remove the duplicate data from the list and did a proper email verification for successfully login in the app. And apart from this project, my passion is to become a cook in my life. So yeah, that's my passion.
Now let's get started with the problem statement. Now let's see what the problems are and how are they going to solve. So the basic problems that we face as students, as citizens of Canada and regular workers is like organizing their grocery list, which is creating and managing grocery list, managing recipes, like for proper nutritions and staying in the budget in this times during the recession, and all the and there's no app or no any infrastructure that is built on either of the platform on Android or iOS which does the same thing in one app. Our goal is to provide a comprehensive solution that simplifies and streamlines the entire grocery shopping experience, addressing the pinpoints of organizing grocery list, managing recipes, and staying within the budget, and all this within one single app.
Our project adopts a modular and organized architectural approach, emphasizing modularity, maintainability, and clarity in code organization. The architecture is centered around the lib directory where various components are structured into the dedicated folders. Folder structure overview. All of the images and logos used in throughout the app are stored in the assets directory. The common widgets directory inside the source folder contains reusable UI components promoting consistency across the app. Features organizes different app features such as authentication and pages, each having their own three controllers, modals, and screen folders. Localization directory manages app localization throughout by the use of a user provided .dart file. Repository contains two directories, one authentication which handles user authentications including exceptions and repository implementation, and the user directory which manages user data and repository implementation. The routing directory manages external services through our API service, including services for recipe and Walmart APIs. Strings directory contains essential string constants for various aspects of the app, including color, error messages, images, and text sizes. Utils contain theme folder which manages consistent styling and theme configurations across the app. Key component and interactions. Modularity. Each folder encapsulates related functionalities promoting a modular design. Common widgets are centralized and features are isolated, enhancing code organization. Separation of concerns. Different concerns such as UI components, localization repository, and utilities are separated into dedicated folders, facilitating a clear separation of responsibilities. Repository pattern. The repository pattern adopts a acting as an abstraction layer between data sources and the rest of the application. Conclusion. The GrabSmartly Flutter project's architecture emphasizes modularity, separation of concerns, and a clear organization of components. This structure enhances maintainability and sets a solid foundation for future development and scalability.
Now let's directly move to the demo and let's see how we have made our problem solution to a solution that works here. So let's start with the demo. Today we'll be demoing in both Android and iOS. So we will be demoing on an Android 7 Google Pixel 7 Pro running on SDK 34 and Android 13, while another phone is iOS 15 on iPhone 15 Pro on iOS 17, which is the latest one. So let's get started. Let's get started with the user story. In the city of Toronto, there's a boy named Aditya who is new to the city, who's working a full time in a company, and he also studies part time. For him, cooking has been a mess. He taking care of meals and buying groceries. He's ripped off every time by the prices, and he doesn't have even have a calorie chart or plans so that he can maintain his health, or he don't even he by during grocery list he also lacks some of the items. One day a friend refers him to GrabSmartly. He quickly installs the app and tries to open it. He he can recognize the app by the icon of a cook, with grocery items and the name GrabSmartly. He has two phones, for one for his work and one on his Android. Luckily, GrabSmartly is built on both the platforms, so he can have the performance of both of the best worlds. Now he tries to explore GrabSmartly. Once he opens the tab, GrabSmartly will provide him the welcome page saying bring it home but smartly. Then he's welcome with his features like organizing grocery list, managing recipes, and staying within the budget. And all this in just a click of the hands. Now he sees two options login and sign up. He clicks on the sign up. He goes, let's start the journey. Full name, email, phone, password, and confirmation. Google and login. But he have already created an account with GrabSmartly. So he just chooses to log in. Here, he logs in with his email, Aditya Patel 4798, and then he enters the password. He knows it's safe because GrabSmartly uses the best policy for privacy, and he knows that his data will be saved. And he can also see or check if the password is correct or not. Once he logs in, GrabSmartly will welcome him with the welcome page where he can see a home grocery list and other menu. He can also search for the grocery list. He can also go to the recipe tabs and see different types of recipe. And here he can also go to his profile page where his name, his email can be seen. Also, he can change his name, email, or his password with just a click. Here can also see our tab for favorite recipes, settings, logging, about, and log. Now let's get started with the grocery list. He wants to create a grocery list for the week that he's going through. So he just goes to the search bar and types in eggs. He clicks on the eggs and he can see a egg uh, column over here. He just clicks on the plus button and he can see item count, dozens, and lots of measurement parameters he can choose from. He just enters 1 dozen of eggs and add it to the grocery list. Then he goes for chocolate milk, which he is a fan of. Then he clicks on liters and he goes 2 liters of chocolate milk and adds it. Later he goes for bread and he does the same for 2 item counts of bread. Then he goes for onions and in kgs he do 1 kg of onions and add it to the list. Now he can see the all of his list over here with eggs, bread, onion, milk chocolate. And he can also filter like dairy products, produce, and all the things so that when he goes for the shopping, he knows where exactly to go and where to find the products. For he can see all. He can also click on the items where he can see which aisle it is, like milk, egg, other items and stuff. Later, his friend was telling about how great the recipe selections and how wide the recipe selection are. So for tonight, he wants for the recipes. He wanted to try something innovative. He sees side dishes, appetizers, desserts, salads, breakfast, different types of soups and appetizers. He goes to one of them, sees it. Later, he sees explore taste. And when he clicks on the butter, he can see different types of dairy preferences, also different types of cuisines. He can go to anyone and he decides to go for a Mexican dish tonight. So he just clicks on the Mexican and sees one of the items that beef fajita marinade. He see these items and he clicks on the cooking steps to know how easy it is to make it. Then he can see this. It varies on 45 minutes, sees the ingredients, and he can also see what type of proteins and what type of nutrients he is getting, and with lots of information about related recipes also. Goes back to the page and then he checks the ingredients: cilantro, garlic, then lime juice, olive oils, and stick. He notes down the he wants to note down the recipe, but how would he do it? GrabSmartly does it for you. That makes life easy for Aditya because he don't have to literally write down every grocery item in the list. Maybe he can forget one, but not with GrabSmartly. He can just click add to the grocery item list and he can see this thing pops up over here. So when he clicks on it, he can see all the items and do check mark. Now we have talked about Aditya having two phones. So he was on the work that day and he forgot his Android phone at home. Oh, what should we do? But don't worry, Grab Smartly is here. He can just go to his other phone and boom, he can see all the items that were on the first thing. First, his Android phone will be on his iOS phone. That's the beauty of Grab Smartly. He can choose all the things from the same, and he can also, if he can also add the items, like let's say oranges, and he can add like 5 oranges, and he can see this item added over here also. So if he goes here, he can see oranges added, which is 5 item counts. So this is how awesome the app is. Later, he decided to go with the side dish. So he goes for garlicky kale. So he goes here, goes to the recipe items, and when he refreshes the home screen, you can see the garlicky kale over here. Same for the second phone. That's how quick and how efficient GrabSmartly is. Later, he wants to search for more recipes and stuff. So he was trying his favorite recipe, which is paneer makhani. So he searches for paneer and he can see paneer makhani on the top. So he clicks on the paneer makhani, goes to the cooking steps and see whether this is the same in the app, and voila, it's the same. So he just goes back and he thinks like, should I add to the grocery cart? But he sees a button over here which says favorites. So when he clicks on here, it saves the recipe to favorites button. So when he clicks on here and goes to the favorite recipes, he can see paneer makhani. So whether um, he see the recipe loss, because there are many recipes going around, but he can come here, choose the recipe and see how good it is, and he can also click on the view full recipe and go to the recipe for easy quick on the hands. If he don't have a internet, he can just go here and grab paneer makhani and get the items from here. Now that now his friend also talked about the price comparison for the app also. So he wants to see whether is it true or not. So he went to the paneer and go for the drop down menu on any ingredient item. He can see check-in stores for Walmart or check-in stores for Costco. When he clicks on the Walmart, he can see the product searching for the paneer over here. As you can see, there are different products providing different sizes and different types of food in here. He can just go and select any, and then he can see what price he's matching in Canadian, and he can see, oh wow, this is great for him. Same with different items. He goes here, he checks for Costco, and we can see items from Costco as well. He can do the same for different items in grocery list also. So he comes to the home grocery list and views some items. So he can just go here and then just to go to the Costco item and see the products. Same for everything. So this was a good experience for Aditya. And he can always log out and log back in with his credentials. Also, GrabSmartly provide a efficient way to log in, which is by logging with Google or login with Facebook, so that you don't have to create a new email and type in password. These two items does it for you. So that's how convenient GrabSmartly is. Thank you. This demo, let's move to the conclusion. To conclude, say goodbye to the hassle and hello to the convenience as you simplify your shopping journey and save time, money, and effort with GrabSmartly. With GrabSmartly, you will get all the items, all the list, all the grocery, and hassle-free recipes on just click of your phone and in any device. That's what GrabSmartly is for you. Thank you.